Hello
Hi.
and welcome. This is our short recap video. we do a longer one that's about 20 minutes, and we try to do a really short one afterwards in case you don't have 20 minutes. So this is our short one. Welcome, and welcome to the replay viewers, because that's pretty much who we get on the recaps in particular, because we don't talk for very long. If you would like to let us know that you were here on replay or say hello, that would be awesome. It's good for us. And if you have any questions,
ask any questions.
Ask any. The conversation is not over just because you're not here. The conversation keeps going. So please feel free to ask away, comment, share an experience, share your perspective, whatever. Okay, so what we're talking about today is how do I cultivate joy in my day and in my experience of motherhood. And like I said, we talked on all the nitty-gritty techniques and stuff, so we'll just do an overview now. The link is in the description if you want the longer version. But basically, there are some days, everyone has periods of, wow, I'm not feeling a lot of joy in my experience of motherhood. For some women, it's that's their default, that's an ongoing state. But even for any mother, there are days where it's like, wow, I'm having trouble accessing that. It feels kind of heavy. My day is feeling difficult and hard and not very joyful. For any reason. Could be any reason. So what do we do about that? And the important piece here to know is that the needle movers, the things that are really, truly going to shift your state of being is your beingness and the energy that you work, and not the external things that you do per se. Things that you do per se are a bit like band-aids on top. They can support and help, but they're not changing at the fundamental level usually. And the way that you change at the fundamental level is about who you be and the energy you work. And this is really, really, really so obviously true when it comes to cultivating an emotional state in your body, like joy or calm or patience or whatever it is. But today it's joy. Okay, so there's two basic things that we're going to talk about in the recap video to keep it short. Okay, is going to jump in if I miss something.
Yeah.
Feel free to, because otherwise I'm just sitting here talking. But we're trying to keep it short. Okay, so the first piece is so many of our experiences of joy are tiny, when we're having a flat day, are tiny, tiny, tiny little seeds or bubbles. They're not big explosive things, they're tiny. And you want to have an awareness and a dedication to seeing them when they arise. And it could be, I felt the sun fully on my skin in the middle of winter. That would be a tiny piece of joy. It might feel really tiny, but if you actually receive it, and this is where we want to go with this, if you actually open up, take a moment to have a full breath and really feel it in your body, experience it in an embodied way, that little seed is going to be a in that moment. It's going to grow in your body and you're going to cultivate it. It's going to start to grow. But you need to have the awareness of it moment to moment to moment. There'll be tiny little drops. So you want to be holding your awareness for the day. Today, I am looking for joy. And how much joy can I allow? If you're having a joyful day, how much more can you allow? The quality of joy is around us all the time. And yet, the reason that we don't have access to it isn't because joy went away. It's what we think. It's like, there's no joy around me. It's because we can no longer open ourselves, we can no longer see it, we can no longer access it, we don't allow it, and we don't receive it.
Okay? And the more we do that, the more we are reminding our whole bodies, our system, of what it feels like, and we're becoming more familiar with it, and we're stretching our capacity to hold it.
Absolutely. And so when you work with energy in an embodied position or on the physical plane, we would recommend that you breathe and visualize when you do this. So that tiny moment where you go, there's the sun, or, my child is giggling in the other room. Okay, those tiny, tiny little moments, breathe it in and just imagine yourself opening. It can come with whatever you want. This is personal to you. You might want to visualize something coming into your body, however it is, but breathe it in, and you're actually cultivating and starting to build the energy drop by drop in your body. Okay, and that's the first place to start if you're completely disconnected. The second piece is you can cultivate and grow and invoke specific energy or resonance in your body once you're really clear on what it is that you really want to feel. So this is about and how you create. We're going to show you how to create a little touchstone. I'm going to get Kaya to talk you really quickly through it. And if you want to go into the full nitty-gritty of how we did this across 20 minutes and all the pieces that we gave you, have a look in the link, the description, and you can find it. But you can cultivate and invoke that quality over and over again. You want to get a bit of access to it, which is why I suggest just receive a little bit first, because that will help you get clear on what it is you want to feel. And at this point, you want to really, not what you think you might be able to get if you were lucky, go for what it is you most want to feel, the most joyous experience, what that feels like to you. Even if you kind of have to guess because you think you've never felt that level of joy, you want to connect to what you want to feel. Because as you do this touchstone process that Kaya is going to quickly talk you through, you're cultivating not only the energy in your body and in the moment and invoking it, you're also creating a cellular memory in your body to come back to over and over again. You're creating neural pathways to reconnect again, same as you do in meditation. So there's a lot happening here by doing it drop by drop, bit by bit, that continues to build. Do you want to really quickly say how you would create a touchstone?
Yeah.
In 2 or 3 minutes.
A touchstone is a tangible, embodied experience of recalling those energies in any moment. Like you can call on your touchstone no matter what's going on to feel those energies in your body in that moment. And we generally do that with 3 things, with words. It can be a question, a mantra, an intention,
an affirmation.
Yeah, like
whatever
I am, and then the qualities, or what if I was more, those things. And so words, and then a physical embodied experience. So the way that you hold your body, it might be opening your shoulders up, it might be feet firmly on the ground, you might be placing your hands on your heart or your womb space. But an actual way of holding your body is the second thing. And the third thing is an image, a visualization. Like, what is the image of those things that you're wanting to call in, and bringing that in and invoking that in your body. So doing those 3 things together is a touchstone that can instantly, even in like a second or less, bring you into that space that you're wanting, to bring you into that joy that you're wanting.
Exactly. And it could be small. It could feel like a small little seed, depending on where you are in your day. It could be just a glimmer that I can feel it. Receive it right there. Whenever you invoke that touchstone that we just talked about, receive it, breathe it in, feel it in the moment, and it will grow.
And one more thing is we've had a fair few women, when we talk about things like this, say, well, like it felt like it was going to go away, or I was worried about it disappearing. Or like I did this and then it was gone and I was like not feeling good again. And there's actually nothing wrong with that. And energy does move.
All energy moves.
So it's actually okay to continue to do these practices, to come back to your touchstone, to come back to receiving a little bit more, no matter what's going on, and just know that energy moves. And the more that you do this, the more that you embrace practices like this, the more it grows within you and it actually builds up within you.
And it becomes faster and faster. The drops aren't so drop-like. After your body has that cellular memory and you have the neural pathway, it will be like a shower rather than a drop.
And there's always more available. Like, don't hold on to that one little bit, because
it is always
around
you.
Go back to it.
Always. In fact, one of our favourite questions is, how can I feel joy in this moment? What is there to receive in this moment? And you can challenge yourself over and over again and see how much you can allow into the moment. So what we're saying here is this is not about the specifics that you do. You could do this anywhere. You can do this nursing your child, giving them a bath. You can do this in the grocery store, at the shopping line. You do it anywhere. It's not about what you're doing. It's about the state of being that you're cultivating in your body and your awareness and your intention to work a very specific energy. And that over those little drips builds and builds, and there's a point, and it starts to happen so small that if you're not really aware of it, if you're not looking for it, you'll miss them. Look for those moments and receive them, because that's how you get it to grow even faster. But they're happening all the time, and the outer is reflecting all the time too. The outer world starts to reflect, and they'll be tiny if you're not looking for them, and then they'll get bigger and bigger and bigger, and your state of being will just ripple out around you, and it will shift everything.
Yes.
That was our really short, quick version, our 10-minute version. We did it in 10.
We did.
Just. If you want to go so much deeper, go and see the 20-minute live. And if you have questions today and you're a replay viewer, or you're getting on now like some people are and we're about to go, ask a question. This is not the end of the conversation. This is just us priming the pump. Go ahead and ask whatever you like in the comments. Say hello. We would love to connect.
See ya.